How to run first-time wizard through CLI. In this session, we will look at two deployments. We will look at the config system command. We will have a gateway example and a management server deployment example. This is the configuration for the gateway. These are all the mandatory values that we need to edit within our text file. And these are the management server configuration files that we need to edit. Let's get started. Here's my first deployment. As you can see, it takes me directly to first-time configuration wizard. So we're gonna go ahead and SSH to this box and start our configuration through CLI. First thing I'm going to do here is set an expert password. Okay, next I will use the config system command, and this will show me the syntax. So my first command is going to be config system --config template space a directory. So I'm going to choose var temp, and I'm going to call this gateway. So I'm going to go to that directory. I just created a file. You notice the gateway file. I'm going to edit that file. This is my first-time configuration file. So I'm going to use VI editor, and I'm going to edit the parameters that we looked at under the gateway configuration. Next, I will edit the mandatory entries. The first one is install security gateway equals true. I skip the next one and go to gateway cluster member. We'll make that false. Next, we will enter security management equals false. Scroll down, and we need to find FTW _ SIC. There it is. I'll just put VPN123 as my SIC password, and at this point I should be able to deploy this configuration. All I need to do now is point to that file. What I can also do here is test if the file works or not. I can use the dry run syntax and point to my file. So I'll go ahead and type in config system -- dry run, and then config file, and point to my config file directory. So this is past validation. I'll go ahead and deploy it. So the command to deploy it is config system --config file, and then my config file. That's it. After it completes, it will reboot, and I should be able to log into this box. I'll go ahead and SSH back to it. Make sure the first time wizard doesn't prompt me. I can do a show config, verify my configuration. Go ahead and go to the Gaia web UI. So we see that this is deployed as a gateway. Let's do a management server now. This is a new deployment. We'll validate by logging in for the first time. Notice the first time wizard appears. So we'll do the same thing, but we'll set up a management server now. So we're going to do the exact same steps. Go to expert mode. First we'll set up our expert password. Go to expert. And we'll create our template file with config system. Create templates. We'll call this one MGMT. Let's edit that file. So here we'll say install security gateway equals false. And under install security management, we'll select true. Then we need to set it as primary equals true and secondary equals false. Then we'll look for our management admin name, password, so admin name is going to be admin. We can type a password there. GUI clients, we want to set to any. We can set our host name here. We'll call this one SMS. Let me go back and search for GUI clients. Also set the Gaia admin as the Gaia administrator. Set that to any. And that's it. There are other optional parameters you can set, as you can notice, but you can always go back and change them after you configure this. Let's go ahead and save and exit. I'll go ahead and launch my config system command and point to my new file. Okay, at this point it should be rebooting. Let's do the same thing we did with the gateway. Let's SSH to it. Let's check the web UI afterwards. Alright, so I'm able to get in. You see the host name is changed to SMS. Let's check the web UI. See that it's now a management server. Let's try to log in with our GUI client. Alright, here's our management server. Let's try to connect to our newly created gateway. Let's call this GW. It's open server. And let's type in our IP address. Type in our password, VPN123. Next. I'll click OK, and then I'll just verify our topology. We'll go ahead and publish, and that's it. Thanks for watching.